everyone. Have you ever wondered how wet clothes dry up so fast? In this session, we are going to learn about the chemistry behind such things, or more precisely if I say, we are going to learn about evaporation. The process of change of liquid into vapor even below its boiling point is called evaporation. Some particles in the liquids always have more kinetic energy than some other particles in them. So when a liquid even below its boiling point, some particles get enough energy to break the force of attraction between them and escape from the surface of the liquid in the form of vapor or gas. Thus, fast moving particles of liquid are constantly escaping from the liquid to form vapor, and that is how evaporation happens. The evaporation of liquid depends mainly upon four major factors. They are temperature, surface area, humidity, and wind speed. Let's see in detail how they affect evaporation. The rate of evaporation increases when we increase the temperature. So when we are heating, the kinetic energy of particles in the liquid increases. They get enough kinetic energy to change into vapor state, and thus rate of evaporation is increased. And that's the reason why rate of evaporation is maximum at the boiling point of the liquid, and we see so much of steam coming out when water is boiled. Now the second factor that affects evaporation is surface area. If we pour some water on the floor, it gets dried up very easily. But if we keep water in a glass, it will not evaporate. It is because the surface area is more in the case of flow. So the surface area is increased, then the evaporation or the rate of evaporation also increases. And the third factor is humidity. Have you ever noticed that it takes longer time for a cloth to be dried up on a humid day? This is because if the humidity is increased, or if the amount of water present in the atmosphere is more, then the rate of evaporation decreases. And finally, wind speed also affects the rate of evaporation. And finally, wind speed also affects the rate of evaporation. So on a windy day, our clothes are dried up much faster. That is because if the wind speed is increased, evaporation also increases. In evaporation, liquid is changing into vapor state, and we know that during vaporization, latent heat of vaporization must be applied. So, during evaporation too, the liquid takes latent heat of vaporization from anything it touches. By losing heat, the surroundings will become cooled. So, in short, evaporation causes cooling. Let's look into some daily life experience where evaporation causes cooling. It is a common practice that on hot summer days we sprinkle water on rooftops. By doing so, evaporation occurs, and this results in cooling the temperature. Thus, we get a comparatively better cold atmosphere inside our house on summer days. Perspiration or sweating is our body's method of maintaining a constant temperature. On a hot day or after doing some physical exercises, when our body temperature is increased, then our sweat glands produce or give out moisture or sweat on our skin. When this sweat evaporates, It takes the latent heat of vaporization from our body and thus keeps our body cool. And finally, a common observation is that we are able to sip a hot tea or milk faster from a saucer than from a cup. Saucer has larger surface area. Due to the large surface area of saucer, evaporation or hot tea or milk from the saucer is much faster. And this faster evaporation cools the hot tea or milk more quickly and making it convenient for us to drink from it. There are many more instances where we see evaporation and the cooling effect in our daily life. Let's close this session of evaporation, and to learn more facts in chemistry, stay tuned to this, and until we meet in the next time, take care. Thank you.